It is Christmas Day. It's December 25th. Merry Christmas to most, and happy winter festival season for everyone. And so this is our last day of questioning, and I've taken a lot of notes. So we've been gathering questions for 12 days now, and our informational seminar will be tomorrow, Sunday the 26th. We'll put all those good questions you asked together with some good potent answers, and you'll all come away with a lot of good information come tomorrow afternoon. So all of us can find a good reason to be happy, a reason to celebrate, a reason to be polite and to be respectful to others. Certainly be joyous, be tolerant, be grateful for everything that we have. It is the season. Welcome to the Old School Gun School, and this is the 12th day of our 12 days of peace on earth and peace of mind. As you probably know by now, I am J.B. Heron, and I am the lead instructor for the school. What an interesting time we've had gathering this information, and I've taken a lot of notes. And so today's Christmas Day. Thanks for joining us today. And so we've all worked hard to be here, and so we'll make this efficient with our time. Tomorrow is Sunday, December the 26th, and we'll present our class online on a Zoom class. And so if you intend to be there, then we'll put all those details and the topics we've been talking about for the last 12 days, about 12 days of good questions, we'll put together for one information-packed afternoon. And so we'll put the details out there. What we'll need then is a link for you to join us. And so to get that link, if you haven't done so already, please send me your contact information in an email asking to have a link for tomorrow, Sunday the 26th. The email is mine, it's jb@oldschoolgunschool.com. Okay, here's some of the highlights that we collected all week that we'll talk about tomorrow. We could talk about what gun would you bring to the fight? What gun would you use to defend the house? Wow. There could be a conversation. A lot of choices about what gun. What do you think you know about the castle doctrine? Much misunderstood. So we'll talk about the facts and the figures of the castle doctrine. Following that, we could talk about stand your ground laws. Much newer than the castle doctrine, but the stand your ground laws can be somewhat complicated and misunderstood, as many of the laws are, for goodness sakes. We'll talk about alternatives to firearms. You asked a lot of questions about that. Can't I just use a spray? Can't I just use electronic darts? Can't I just use a club? Can I turn into Chuck Norris and beat him up with my bare hands? More stuff. And so we'll talk about the alternatives to using a firearm in personal defense. Wow, fear came up, talking about fear. Fear is a big topic. We call it like the gift of fear. And so you can't shoot them with it, and you can't shoot them without it. And so fear will be an interesting topic for Sunday for sure. What about the dangers that surround us when we're out and about? If we're out shopping, visiting friends, out on the road, out someplace during the holiday season, what happens tomorrow? Well, tomorrow is all those Christmas sales, isn't it? So everybody's going to be out and about. And would that be dangerous? Yes. We've been looking forward to the Christmas sales. And of course, the predators have been looking forward to it, but for much different reasons. And so they are out and about as you are out and about. So how can we find a way to be safe out there in that new world we find ourselves in? And we'll talk about open carry. We had some questions about that, as we always do. What about carrying my gun openly? Would that ward off danger? Would that intimidate the others? Would that give them a warning that they shouldn't mess with me? Open carry. What about concealed carry? What about permitless carry? What about constitutional carry? If you're going to have the gun, you should know and understand the laws surrounding the use of the gun. What about your rights and duties during a mass shooting or a riot? Any of that going on lately? Well, yes. And so we'll talk about your rights and your duties to shoot and to defend during a riot or a mass shooting. You've only to read the news these last few weeks and months to have some pretty good topics on that. What about the 911 call? Good idea. What about handling witnesses at the scene and other people at the scene? What would we do to preserve the evidence? What would we do to point out other things at the scene to arriving law enforcement officers? What statements might we make at the scene and what wouldn't we say at the scene? And Would we want to get our attorney involved? Good ideas. And so, what about reasons to shoot them? Man, there are a lot of reasons to shoot them. Well, they were trespassing, so of course I shot them. Well, I shot to scare them. I wanted to intimidate them. Well, I shot them to warn them. Don't come any closer. Bang, get off my lawn. And so we went through quite a long list yesterday of reasons to shoot. These topics and more will make for a very informative Sunday. Is there any other last-minute questions you'd like us to consider for Sunday's presentation? If so, put them in that email. We'll take a good look at them and see if we can work them in. And so did everyone who wants to be in tomorrow's class, did they get the information to me? If not, now's the time to do that. Email me directly, jb@oldschoolgunschool.com. I look forward to seeing all of you tomorrow afternoon for our online Zoom presentation. There's no fee or charge for this. It is our Christmas gift to everyone who helped us put this together. So until then, Merry Christmas from the Old School Gun School.